Man, I am just so busy with school, work, family, friends. It's gotten to the point where I don't even know what's happening in the NBA anymore. Weeks are just going by and I'm missing everything. Is that how you feel? Guys, I don't know what I was doing with this intro. Yes, everybody, King Recaps is here for the third week in a row. Everybody loves to doubt me and say that I'm gonna just ditch this show and not do it anymore. But hey, they're wrong. We keep showing up. And there was no way I was gonna miss this week because it was actually insane. Every single day was packed up with something. Starting off, though, to begin the week, it is Sunday. And starting off with a banger, Seth Curry intended to sign with the Golden State Warriors. If you didn't know, he was actually signed with the team before the season started, but they had to cut him. That way they could have some cap space and shit like that. And he is now back with the team. So I will say, even though I hate the Golden State Warriors, it is very cool to see Seth and Steph on the same team playing with each other. But if we want to talk about actual good games and performances that were crazy, my favorite game on Sunday was between the Sixers and Atlanta Hawks. Paul George saved this missed free throw, which led to a Tyrese Maxey 3 that tied the game and sent it into overtime. Actually, the game went into double overtime. And as much as I wanted the Sixers to pull away and win this one because I've been cheering for them all season, Jalen Johnson is just fucking absurd, ending this game with 41 points and has just been an all-star already to start the season. I don't know if it's because he's finally taking that leap that a lot of people have kind of been expecting him to have, or if it's because Trae Young has been out and now he kind of has the ball more, kind of a higher usage rate. The OKC Thunder won their 12th game in a row. I mean, I say it every single time. I don't even know why I make these videos or why I talk about the NBA. We all know the OKC Thunder are winning another championship this year. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander barely plays in the fourth quarter now because they just win easily. By the third quarter, they're already done. And the craziest part is that when the fourth quarter comes around and all the starters and even some of the bench guys are out and they have like G League players on the floor, they still dominate the other team's starting five. Anthony Edwards became the Minnesota Timberwolves franchise leader in 30-point games. Very cool for Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves, who are actually doing pretty good so far. They kind of had a rough start to the season, but they've been winning themselves some games. Peyton Pritchard put up a 42-point win against the Cavaliers. The Boston Celtics are a team that we're going to be talking about later on, so I'm not going to dive too deep into this one. But that was really everything on Sunday. Just a lot of solid performance. Oh, sorry. Also, Denny Advia scored a 31-point, 19 assists, and 10 rebound game in that loss against the Thunder. Monday, everybody's least favorite day in the week. Man, this one had some more drama, if anything, okay? Monday was really where just the entire week turned to shit and turned to just the biggest media storm of all time. Starting off, the Clippers are continuing to lose, and apparently we are hearing from media that other executives around the league are now scared because the OKC Thunder are most likely going to get another top pick. I don't really know why I put this one down in my notes. We all know about this. I was going to actually make an entire YouTube video talking about this because the Clipper situation is so fucking interesting, but I do kind of want to wait until December 15th when trades start going down, because I do think that's going to be the moment where we really see, are the Clippers just going to give up this season? Are they just going to trade everybody and say, fuck it, we're losing the pick, whatever? Or will they try to do like an even more of a buy-in and get some other guys who can help them try to, you know, get up out of this slump? This next thing I'm going to talk about might not be important today, right? It might not be something that you guys think about right now. It's, you know, nothing important. It wasn't really on any news articles, but it is something that if this player turns into an NBA podcaster like we see every fucking day now, we know to not take his word for anything, okay? And yes, I am talking about Luka Doncic, because in his post-game press conference, he said that he doesn't watch the NBA. He doesn't watch basketball. I do not want to hear a single thing about the Sacramento Kings come out of his mouth, because he doesn't even fucking watch the sport. LeBron James, as seen in the title and thumbnail of this video, was so close to losing his 1,296 game streak of scoring double-digit points, but after chucking up horrible shots and saving his energy by playing no defense at all, he was able to stat pad and continue the streak. In my opinion, this was when the streak died, okay? I think a lot of people can agree with me here. For him to go in and throw up all those garbage-ass shots while being down by so much and then getting subbed out of the game right after getting his streak. It was too obvious. It was way too obvious. Like, come on, what are we doing? But by far the worst thing that happened this week, I mean, the thing that really led to the collapse of NBA media and the trade rumors started flying around was after the Milwaukee Bucks lost to the Washington Wizards. I mean, there really isn't much to say. I understand if maybe, oh, you know, just a bad game, you know, damn it, we'll get him next time. No, the Wizards are the Wizards. There's no losing to them if you're Milwaukee. That's not possible. And you will see as we go further into the week what this loss led to, or, you know, what it kind of contributed to at least. But for right now, on our Monday evening, that's all you need to worry about is that the Bucks lost to the fucking Wizards. And man, the NBA just continues to get more and more delusional. Some sort of insider or someone who's close to the Chicago Bulls front office went in and talked to them and heard from themselves directly that they plan to build around Josh Giddey as if he is their Tyrese Halliburton of the franchise. And the rumors are that they are looking for their Pascal Siakam. I don't even know. Josh Giddey is a great player, don't get me wrong, but the Chicago Bulls have been fucking horrendous ever since their, you know, good start to the season. They are by no means a good team. You hear the trade rumors that they're going to go after Anthony Davis. Do I think that AD is their Pascal Siakam? God, no. But you know what, man? It's the Chicago Bulls. So what do you really expect? The NBA released their players of the week. If you don't know how this works, I selected my players of the week in last week's video. So they chose Luka Doncic and Jalen Brunson. I chose Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham. You guys can let me know down in the comments below who you think had the better selection. I think Cade played way better than Jalen Brunson, but hey, do your thing. I like both guys. Oh, I like both players. Time to go to bed, everybody, and wake up because it's fucking Tuesday. And my God, we woke up to a bombshell. Giannis deleted all of his social media posts going back to 2021. This was something. A lot of people were saying, oh, he deleted all the posts that had, you know, the Bucks involved. Anything Milwaukee Bucks related got taken down. In my personal opinion, this was just Giannis's way of like locking back into championship mode. But I guess we might hear more about the Giannis situation on Wednesday, okay? The 76ers beat the Washington Wizards, which is something that you would hope from a contending team, unlike the Bucks. Of course, Tyrese Maxey played great. I kind of took note of this game because I just want to make it clear the 76ers is Tyrese Maxey's team. I do think Joel Embiid is a great contributor, and I think that he will be a key piece when it comes to their postseason run or when Embiid, you know, fully gets back to game health. But I do not think that Joel Embiid will be the Joel Embiid of the past. I think that time is done. And even if he does have the ability to play like that, it won't be consistent. And also the Sixers just won't play like that because Tyrese Maxey has proven himself. The Toronto Raptors beat the Portland Trail Blazers. I absolutely loved watching this game because it's two teams that are just like nobody really thought were going to be good going into the season, and not even saying that the Blazers are a good team when it comes to wins, but they are showing themselves every single day as a scrappy team, as a team that, you know, you want to look out for in the future, and maybe 2 or 3 years down the line they could be in that contending range depending on the pieces that they bring in and how they build around players like Denny and so forth. And for the Raptors, it's kind of self-explanatory. They've proven a lot of people wrong out in the Eastern Conference, and they are trying to take advantage of what many people thought going into the season was going to be an open Eastern Conference. Derek Queen couldn't get the game-winning shot off against the Timberwolves, so they went into overtime, which is where the Timberwolves won. I know a lot of y'all are high on Derek Queen, okay, but I personally just can't. I am too caught up in the fact that nobody is going to these games, the fact that they wasted their draft picks, they lost out on 2 top picks for next year, like so many stupid decisions that they've done, the fact that they don't have anything that they could really do to build around Derek Queen. The Pelicans are just in such a shitty position that I can't care. I can't bring myself to watch or care about what their young rookies are doing, whether it's Derek Queen or Fears. The old Sacramento Kings combo of De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes went ballistic against the Grizzlies. This game was nothing but painful for me to watch. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Tuesday night, I could probably sleep in, right? Get some good rest. Boom! Wednesday at 3 a.m. p.m., we get word that Chris Paul has been cut from the LA Clippers. Yes, everybody, I didn't even go to sleep. I was at the gym when I got this noti. Absolute insanity out of LA. I mean, it has led to them losing fans. People aren't going to games anymore. Blake Griffin is fucking trashing on Steve Ballmer. I mean, everybody has turned against the Clippers, and rightfully so. It is absolutely disgusting that they are doing this to a franchise legend. And it's like they didn't even cut him from the team. Like, he is still officially on the roster. They just told his ass, yo, you need to just stay home. You're not going to any more games. You're done. Like, that is fucking crazy. But guys, I told you, the insanity doesn't stop there. It's been a fucking crazy week, because Wednesday was when we finally got the news. We got the actual word straight out of Sham's Twitter that Giannis, his agent, and the team are discussing his future on whether or not it is best for him to stay in Milwaukee, or if maybe a trade is the best thing that he could do for his career. I don't want to spend too much time speculating on this, because I did kind of already make a video talking about the idea of, you know, Giannis getting traded. And also, there really isn't anything to go over until December 15th. That is when trades actually start going down, which, if I look at my calendar, is around 2 weeks away. So if you guys want to know what happens with the Giannis situation and how things go and other guys who might get traded, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video as well, because it helps out a ton. Giannis, the same day that this news broke, went and, you know, played against, I think it was the Pistons, and he went down very early with a weird injury, a non-contact injury. A lot of people thought he was faking this because he didn't want to play for the Bucks for some reason. I think that's bullshit, but it did conveniently keep him out for just a little bit over December 15th. So there is a actual solid chance that this was the last time Giannis wore a Bucks jersey. That's kind of sad to think about. And finally, to wrap up Wednesday, the Sacramento Kings lost to the Houston Rockets, but Maxime Reynaud had a great game. I'm pretty sure he put up like 20 points, almost had a double-double. Yes, there's of course things that he could work on. He's obviously a rookie, but seeing my best friend play well in the NBA is just so heartwarming. I absolutely love it. It is Thursday, everybody, and it is officially the worst day in my entire life. As much as I would love to sit here and, you know, talk about Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe and the crazy ending that they had in their game with a game-winning putback and a game-winning block, or maybe Keontae George's amazing performance against the Nets in a 29-point double-double. As much as I would love to talk about these performances, ladies and gentlemen, Thursday was the day that LeBron's streak of double-digit scoring came to an end. And you know what? It is just interesting, actually. I know the title and thumbnail of this video are like something along the lines of LeBron being washed or cooked. And honestly, like, that is true. Not that it's a bad thing by any means. The guy is fucking, what, like 45 years old at this point? But I think his time as just the franchise guy is gone, right? Luka is now there. Austin Reeves at this point is now there too. I think this, you know, idea of LeBron having to be the franchise guy, having to lead the team every single night, it's over. He doesn't have to do it anymore. There were times where he had to do that with Anthony Davis, you know, in LA for such a long time. He finally doesn't have to, and that leads to games like tonight, where yes, he only had 8 points, and what did he do at the very end of the game? He passed the ball to Rui Hachimura. Like, these are things, and I think now that this streak is over, it kind of takes a weight off his shoulders a little bit. Obviously, I mentioned that before. He was, you know, stat padding and trying to, you know, keep the streak going, but now that it's done, I think he's finally just able to be like, all right, now I can focus on winning. I don't need to go out there and force up all these crazy shots and, you know, fadeaways and fucking threes. It's just, I can go out there and play team basketball. And I really think that is most beneficial to not only LeBron, but the Lakers as well. Because even though LeBron James isn't playing like LeBron James, he is still a positive out on the floor. It is fucking Friday, everybody. And man, what a packed out day this was. Remember when I said that LeBron James was old and washed? Yep. Right after he broke his streak, he is out of their game against the Celtics due to the scatia, I don't know how you say it, and arthritis in his foot. Luka Doncic was also expected to miss a number of games since he's traveling to Serbia for the birth of his second child, so congratulations to Luka. Probably the most random news of the day was that Gary Payton invited someone to the game and he plans on fucking them. I don't know. Don't ask me, okay? Bam Adebayo missed a game-winning three-pointer attempt in a loss against the Magic. Franz Wagner had a 32.5 rebound, 3 assist game, so shout out to Orlando. Play the music. Jokic and the Nuggets overcome the Atlanta Hawks, even though Jalen Johnson had a staggering 21 points, 18 rebounds, and 16 assists. It unfortunately wasn't enough to beat Jokic's 49-8. And kind of the basic news that I'm sure you could guess, even if you weren't watching this video, the Chicago Bulls lose again, the Clippers lose again, and the OKC Thunder win again. It's the weekend, everybody. Saturday is here. And just like that, Luka Doncic is expected to be back on Sunday for their game. I don't even know how that's possible for like travel, like to fly to Serbia and come back. Like, that's crazy. I guess I'm obligated to talk about the Sacramento Kings. Zach LaVine had himself a great night tonight. He had like 42 points and they beat the Miami Heat. So, hey, light that beam. Jalen Johnson, I've mentioned him a million times in this video. He is absurd. MPJ first option hoops are just ridiculous. He had 35 points in their win over the Pelicans. And finally, the last performance that I want to mention for Saturday was Pat Spencer just going ballistic in their win against the Cavaliers. The Cavs are interesting, man. I don't know. Things aren't looking too good for them. I don't know how long this video is, but the recording is definitely getting there. So really quickly, I want to mention my King Charge players of the week. In the Western Conference, it is Denny Advia. And out East, it is none other than Jalen Johnson. And finally, the last segment for this week, and you know, something that I plan on doing for future videos as well, is teams that you need to watch. In the Eastern Conference, it is the Boston Celtics. We all thought they were going to be tanking because they don't have Jason Tatum, but Jaylen Brown is playing out of his mind. Jordan Walsh has just been a huge shock around the league now that he's finally getting opportunity. And of course, Neemias Queta is an old Kings player, so obviously he's worth watching. And out west, the team that I think is on the rise and not many people are talking about is the San Antonio Spurs. A lot of people think because they don't have Wembanyama, they're just going to lose a lot, which is just not the case because De'Aaron Fox is that guy. So my God, man, like I said, it has been a very packed week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below all of your opinions, everything. I read and respond to everybody, and I will see you guys in my next video. Later.